Hello everyone. Today we will see Unit 1.2 Land of Tens from the textbook Ganit Prakash of class 7. Here it is given there are special calculators with special buttons. As you can see, the land of tens, there are special calculators with special buttons. The thoughtful thousands only has 1000 button. It means that there are, like in your usual calculators, we have 1 to 9 digits and 0. Same way, it has only plus 1000 button. Now, by pressing this button alone, how do we get certain numbers? That is asked in the question. So let us see that. Question A, how do we get 3000? By pressing the same button 3 times. 1 click, you get 1000. 3 clicks, you get 3000. Right? 10 clicks, you get 10,000. 53 clicks, you get 53,000. 90 clicks, you get 90,000. And to get 1 lakh, you have to click the same button 100 times. To get, if you click the button 153 times, you will get the number 153,000. In other words, we can read this like this: 1,53,000. How many thousands are required to make 1 lakh? So we have already arrived at the answer in question E. 1 lakh, we need 100,000. So how many thousands make 1 lakh? 100 thousands make 1 lakh. Children, you should also understand in this way. If you multiply any number with another number which has zeros, the number of zeros will add to the number already given. So you have 1 lakh means it has 5 zeros, which means thousands, and then 100 has 2 zeros, totally 5 zeros. The next question, the tedious tens. So in a similar way, we have another question which has only the number 10 as a button. Now pressing the same button several times, how are we going to get different numbers? So question A, 500. So let us see here. We have shown here. If you press the button once, you get 10. If you press the same button twice, you will get 20. 5, 50. 10, you get 100. 50, you get 500. So 1 click 10, 2 click 20, 5 click 50, 10 clicks 100, 50 clicks 500. So for 500, we need 50 clicks. For 780, we need to press the button 78 times. For 1000, 100 clicks. For 3700, 370 clicks. For 10,000, 1000 clicks. For 1 lakh, 10,000 clicks. If you press the button 435 times, what number do you get? 4,350. Here you are required to understand multiplication of 10 and multiplication of 1000 with other numbers. So 10 has 1 0. So all these numbers which are given will have an additional 0 at the end of the number. Let us come to the question number 3. The handy hundreds. The similar way, you had 10 and 1000. Now you have a calculator which has only 100 as a button. So same way, we will just see 1 click will give you 100, 2 click will give you 200, 3 click will give you 300, 4 click will give you 400. So you have question number A, 400. 4 clicks will give you 400. Similarly, 37 clicks will give you 3700. Move on to the next question. 100 clicks will give you 10,000. For 53,000, you need to click the button 530 times. 900 clicks for 90,000. 976 clicks for 97,600. 1000 clicks for getting 1 lakh. If you click the button 582 times, what number do you get? 58200. In other words, we read it as 58,200. So you are here required to understand that if you multiply a number with 100, what do you get? You get a number which is having an additional 2 zeros. So 4 clicks 400, 10 clicks 1000, and so on. Now, how many hundreds are required to make 10,000? To make 10,000, you need 100 clicks of this calculator. How many hundreds are required to make 1 lakh? 1,000. So in other words, you can understand it in this way. Hundreds means it has 2 zeros. And 1 lakh has 5 zeros. So 2 zeros, we need a number which has 3 zeros. Totally 5 zeros. So it is 1,000. Question number K. Handy hundreds says there are some numbers which tedious tens and thoughtful thousands can't show, but I can. Is this statement true? Think and explore. Now here, look at this diagram here. You have a box here which consists of all the numbers which are having tens. 90, 80, 70, 60, everything. So a calculator which has tens can have numbers 90, 900, 9000 as well as 9000. You multiply 10 with a particular number, you will get all these numbers. The tens calculator can show all these numbers, and the 900 calculator can show hundreds as well as thousands. Whereas thoughtful thousands cannot show numbers less than 1000. Because one click of a button of a 1000 calculator will show directly 1000, 2000, 3000 and so on. It cannot show numbers less than 1000. But a calculator which has handy hundreds can show numbers which are greater than 100, 100 and greater than 100, 100, 200, 300 and multiples of 100. But it cannot show numbers less than 100. That is 10, 20, 30. These numbers can't be shown in the calculator handy hundreds. So you can understand that why I have shown this box here is the calculator which is having tedious tens can show all the numbers, hundreds, tens as well as thousands. But thoughtful thousands calculator can show only numbers of thousands multiples. Therefore, this statement is false. How is it false? Tedious tens can show the numbers, what handy hundreds can do. Whereas thoughtful thousands cannot show numbers which are shown by handy hundreds. Now let us go to the next question, creative chitty. In short, I will just explain this. There are two different ways shown here where the same number can be represented. Here 5072, 5072 is the number which can be expressed in two different forms. So in your lower classes you have studied the normal expression what we write in expanded form is 5 into 1000 plus 7 into 10 plus 2 into 1. So we can also write it in this form 500 into 10 plus 72 into 1. So it can be written like this. So we are just putting the place value in different positions. That's it. So these are the two different ways we can write. So we can write in the third way also. We can write in two different ways and more than two different ways. So here in the diagram also it is shown here 5072. So you can write it here. 50 into 100, 7 into 10, and 2 into 1. Or you could even write 3 into 1000, that is 3000, 20 into 100, that is 2000. So 3000 and 2000 will get you 5000. And 72 into 1, so 72. So both the numbers, in whichever way we write, we are getting the number 5072, which can be shown in two different ways. Here I have shown it in another way. This also is possible. The normal way which you have learnt in lower classes is according to the place value. So if 5 is in the thousands place, you have written 5 into 1000. 7 is in the 10th place, so you have written 7 into 10. And 2 is in the ones place, units digit, so it is written 2 into 1. This is a normal way which you have done. But here we have seen that it can be written in different ways. Now let us explore some examples here and write them in two different ways. So here it is shown in two different colors. So the normal way that you would write is shown in the blue color. 8 into 1000 and 3 into 100. You can even write it as 83 into 100 and it will give you the same number. Similarly, 40,629. 4 into 10,000, 6 into 100, 2 into 10, 9 into 1. This can also be written as 40 into 1000, which will give you 40,000. The rest can remain the same, or you can still change it. 6 into 100 remains the same. 20 and 9, I can write it as 29 into 1. Or you could split this as 2 into 10 and 9 into 1. Similarly, 56,354. 5 into 10,000, 6 into 1000, 3 into 100, 5 into 10, 4 into 1. So you could shift this to this way of writing. 50 into 1000 will again give you 50,000. And remaining you can change or else keep it as it is. You can make changes in 4 different ways here and get different ways of writing the same number. So D and E also are written in 2 different ways. You can also explore and write more than 2 different ways. Now let us come to the next question. Creative Chitti has some questions for you. Question A. You have to make exactly 30 button presses in some calculator. What is the largest 3-digit number you can make? What is the smallest 3-digit number you can make? So the challenge is you have to make 30 button presses. It means you have to press the button 30 times. And you have to get the largest 3-digit number and the smallest 3-digit number. Now let us see. You know that the largest 3-digit number is 999. So I take the possibility of making the number of clicks of buttons. So the buttons available are 1, 10, 100 and so on. So I will click 9 times 100 to get 900, 8 times 10 to get 80, and 13 times I will click 1 to get 13. So I have clicked 9 plus 8 plus 13, 30. 30 times I have clicked the buttons totally. And what am I getting? I am getting the sum total 993. 993 is the largest 3-digit number available by making 30 clicks of this calculator. Similarly, the smallest 3-digit number is 100. So what is the small, can we achieve 100? Less than 100 is not a 3-digit number. So nearest to 100, what is the number that we can achieve? When we try it with different possibilities, we found that 100 we are not able to achieve. So let us say 9 into 10 90, and 21 times if I click the button 1, I will get 21. So total is 101. 101 is the nearest possible 3-digit number closest to 100. So this is the smallest 3-digit number that we can make with 30 clicks. So 9 plus 21, 30. Next question, question number B. 997 can be made using 25 clicks. Can you make 997 with a different number of clicks? Let us try. So the normal way we would write, an expanded way we would write 997 is 9 into 100 plus 9 into 10 plus 7 into 1 will give you 997. This is the way we usually expand the number according to the place value. So 9 plus 9 plus 7, 25. 25 clicks we have made. Now the question is to make it look different. The number of clicks should be different, but we need to get the sum total 997, same number. So I have tried one way here. 99 into 10 will give you 990, and I am clicking 7 times the button 1. 7 clicks of 1. So 7. 990 plus 7, 997. So this is one way of getting the same number by making different number of clicks. So children, you also can try and get the same number 997 by changing the number of clicks. But when you write it in expanded form, you should get the same number. Number of clicks can be different. Systematic CP is a different kind of calculator. It has the following buttons: 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh. It wants to be used minimally as possible. Now we come across questions where we have to use the minimum number of clicks and get the number. How can we get the numbers 5072, 8300 using as few button clicks as possible? Means we have to see that the number of clicks of the button is the minimum. Let us see. So 5072, 5 into 1000, 7 into 10 and 2 into 1. So you can see that 5 plus 7 plus 2, 14. So with 14 clicks, we are getting the number 5072. Now if you change the order of this number of clicks, if you change it, it will not be the minimum. This will be the minimum. That is why we say this is the standard form of expanding a number according to the place value. 8300, 8 into 1000, 3 into 100. So you have 11 clicks. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 clicks, you are getting the number, and this is the minimum possible number of clicks you can use to get the number given. So you can try it with different number of clicks and check whether this is the minimum or you can arrive at another minimum number. But it is this is the standard form, and this should be the minimum one. Minimum number of clicks. So here they are given you some more examples that you can try it out. Next unit is 1.3 crores and crores. So we will take this up next time. Thank you.